Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've done quite a bit recently on this channel, which is another unboxing video. Now, believe it or not, this is the first time I've recorded in about a month and a half or so forgive me if my presentation style is a little bit different or anything like that. Just going through some slight changes in the channel, but basically I just recorded a bunch of videos all in one go like 2 months ago, and we've steadily been releasing those, and I need to build up some more videos right now. So anyway, we're going to be doing another unboxing video, so it's just another figurine haul. It's not all SH Figure Arts, although SH Figure Arts does play a part in that. This is mainly new release stuff, instead of me sort of gathering like a big collection of all previous release figures. This is actually new stuff now. And while I did look at some new stuff in previous videos, this is like all just the newest releases from April. So yeah, let's get right into it. So we'll start with probably the most important SH Figure Arts out of the lot, which is Super Saiyan Trunks, the boy from the future. Now this is basically 2.0 Trunks, using the new, what everyone's dubbing it, the 3.0 mold, which is sort of the body type that they're using for the Super Saiyan 4 figures, the new Superhero Gohan, and a lot of the humanoid figures going forward. I think they confirmed that the new Metal Cooler will have that same body type as well. But yeah, this is effectively a 2.0 Trunks, and it's also the reason why I got back into SH Figure Arts. And I did pretty much sell off almost all of my collection and was ready to get out of it just because I wasn't as keen on posable figures as I was before, and I wasn't that big into toy photography and stuff like that. But then they showed Trunks, and Trunks is easily my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball. There's just something about him. I don't know, I think it's because I used to watch the history of Trunks all the time, and the Android saga used to be constantly on repeat as a kid, and yeah, just basically one thing led to another. So Trunks is my favorite character. He's got one of the most interesting backstories out of all of Dragon Ball Z. And yeah, after they showed off this figure, the simple but great accessories that he's got, as well as all of the sort of feedback that's gone into this figure, as opposed to like what the original 1.0 figure was, as well as what the Dragon Ball Super Trunks was like, and the Xenoverse Trunks. They've been steadily building and building up to this figure, and basically it's going to be the sort of new standard, I would say, for a lot of the SH Figure Arts going forward. So I imagine we're going to see this body type for a lot of them, and this style going forward quite a bit. But yeah, so say boy from the future Trunks, really looking forward to this figure. Easily going to be like one of the best looking SH Figure Arts they've ever done, and potentially one of the best figures they've released all year, even though we've only just started the year. But I'm counting sort of like Beast Gohan and all that. Like, I care more about this than I do a lot of the upcoming releases. But yeah, very cool to have, and hopefully he's good to handle as well. And so going along with Trunks is also Vegeta Awakened Super Saiyan Blood. And now this is a repaint of the 2.0 Saiyan Armor Vegeta Android Saga Vegeta that they did many years ago. And basically it just needed another re-release because it was a decent figure, and they're doing a lot of Android Saga stuff now, or at least hinting at a lot of Android Saga stuff now, so you might as well have a new figure. They've repainted his face as well as his body as a different color. I think it's more akin to like how his body should look when he's powered up Super Saiyan, because it does change the color scheme just a tiny bit in terms of like brightness or deepness of colors. And they've reworked the color of the Super Saiyan hair, whereas before it was a full solid yellow. This is a lighter yellow with like some metallic hints in it. And they've also detailed up the face, much like they have been doing since the superhero movie figures, where the faces just have so much more characters, so much more line detail in them, and they look fantastic. And I sold my original Super Saiyan Vegeta a long time ago, or my original 2.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta a long time ago. Was thinking about getting another one, but then they announced this, so that was fantastic, and it was great to go along with the Trunks. And last SH Figure Arts of today is Chainsaw Man. Now this is a brand new IP for Tamashii Nations to work on, and of course you're going to start with the main character, which is Chainsaw Man. Now this was shown after Figma showed their Chainsaw Man, and I was not impressed at all. I did drop off Figma last year, as well as dropping off SH Figure Arts last year, but Figma was the one that really got me, because I used to be really into Figma, but something about the price increases and the quality not being as good as it used to be just really rubbed me the wrong way, and the Chainsaw Man one just did not look good at all. It had no blood on the chainsaws, it had a lot of accessories, but it all sort of lacked character. And then Tamashii Nations showed the SH Figure Arts Chainsaw Man, and while it lacks in accessories, I think they got everything essential right. So there's an alternate face piece or opposable tongue. There's a swappable tie that works for action poses. You can even swap out his hands for like some cool dynamic range. But apparently the articulation, from what I've heard and from what I can see on the figure itself, is pretty insane. So they've really thought about it to make this figure look fantastic. Also, aesthetically, looks amazing in the box. There's a lot of cool, vibrant colors. You can see blood on the chainsaw, and it just really looks quite good. I just think it has so much character, even just in a standing position, which is fantastic, whereas the Figma just felt very soulless. So it's cool that we've got a Chainsaw Man, and he was considerably cheaper compared to the Figma, which is another real big kick in the teeth to like Max Factory and what they're sort of doing right now. Not to say that SH Figure Arts is cheap, it's just usually the cheaper alternative, and what they're doing seems a bit more interesting at the moment. But yeah, so have a look at the Chainsaw Man. Hopefully he's as good as I've heard. And yeah, the power will probably be really cool too. So moving on from SH Figure Arts, we've got Figure Arts Zero. Now this is the Super Saiyan Vegeta Figure Arts Zero. He's doing the Final Flash, which is a very iconic moment in Z, and it's a pretty old figure at this point, but the reason why I got it was because it's probably the only sort of Figure Arts scale figure that we'll ever get of sort of bulky third stage Vegeta, Super Saiyan Stage 3 or whatever it's called, just Super Vegeta. Because I really want them to do a posable one of Super Vegeta. It'd be lovely, but at this point in time I don't really see it happening, especially because of the re-release, because it would have been a perfect time to do the 3.0 body, because it is bulkier anyway, but that's up to Tamashii to figure out. Anyway, I got this because I wanted to figure out scale figure of bulky Super Vegeta, and he's doing the Final Flash, and that's cool. So yeah, got that. And then a really important Figure Arts as well, the Figure Arts Zero Luffy Paramount War version. It's like Extra Battle, I don't know the exact thing, I think it's called Monkey D. Luffy Extra Battle version or something like that. It's Gear 2nd Luffy. I know that this is further in the series than I've read, but I don't think it's much of a spoiler, because he is roughly wearing the same outfit, just different colors, and he's just doing the iconic Gear 2nd activation pose. And I wanted a good Gear 2nd statue because there aren't a lot out there really, or there aren't a lot that are very clearly him using Gear 2nd. So yeah, I wanted to grab that, especially because I've got Gear 4 in Figure Arts Zero as well. So I thought it would be nice to have a couple Luffys in scale with each other in different stages, especially because they're going to be doing the SH Figure Arts base Luffy, so it'll be nice to have them all sort of in scale with each other. So that's cool, really like that. And then last thing for today is another Bashoujo figure. This is the Terry Bogard Fatal Cuties Bashoujo figure from it's the SNK Tag Heroines game, but roughly the SNK fighting franchise, the King of Fighters franchise. It's gender bend Terry, and I couldn't say no to it because just the Fatal Cuties design is ridiculously good for Terry, and it's so weird. Much like the Mai, they've put a lot of effort into the box, making it seem like the game and everything like that, and also like a character select screen. It's very cool. Hopefully, unlike the Mai, the finish on the figure is actually done and it's not overly glossy or anything like that. But yeah, really wanted that. Love the Bishojo figures, and I'm sure this is another fantastic one. Not too keen on the next King of Fighters figure just because I'm not super into, was it Athena? Something like that. I wasn't super into that character. I'm very specific on the King of Fighters characters I like, whereas Street Fighter, I sort of like everyone, Darkstalkers sort of like everyone. But yeah, so grab this one and grab the Mai. They're cool. Hopefully this one turns out. I'm sure it will. Bishojo very, very rarely miss. And even when it's a miss, it's still pretty good. Like that Mai figure might have been overly glossy, but Den was still a good figure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the unboxing video today. Not a lot of figures. It's a decent haul. I'm sure that I will be back for another unboxing video shortly, as well as just a general update video of what's going on, because I am a little bit overdue for another update for One Piece a day. I am in the middle of Thriller Bark at the moment, but it does feel like it will be wrapping up shortly, so I need to talk about where I am on that once I finish it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about for those, I've got a series of videos called One Piece a Day, where I challenged myself to read all of One Piece, one chapter a day until I catch up to the franchise, and in which case, ideally become a fan of the franchise. It didn't take long for me to become a fan of the franchise. And yeah, we'll see what happens when I catch up. It's been a fantastic journey so far. I got really, really into it. I can finally see why everyone loves One Piece. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Hope you enjoy that video, and I hope you look forward to all the new content coming to the channel in the future. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time. So after recording that unboxing video, 2 more SHF cards arrived, so I'm going to be chucking these on the back end of the video. So I've done a full unboxing and everything like that, and you can see these as well. So Frieza First Form, which is really cool. It's probably like the most accessorized figure arts, or one of the best accessorized figure arts they've ever done. It's really, really cool. And it's a really, really chunky box for a small figure. And then the other one, which is Second Form Frieza, which just came out recently in Japan. It is a P Bandai figure, and it looks so cool. It's about the same size as Cooler, I believe, and the box is just massive, and the figure is also huge. So yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, it's just poor timing for my recording, I guess.